Hey, it's Tami, your favorite life coach and manifesting mentor, back with today's podcast. I hope you guys are doing well. I want to talk to you guys today about the things that we do that nobody else sees. And you're like, what are you talking about, right? I'm talking about not only the struggles that you go through that nobody else sees, but the wins that you encounter and create for yourself that nobody else sees. Because it's such a strange game, this thing that we call life, right? That we can struggle, we can do all the things, we can try hard, we can, go to work and come home and make dinner and get the kids ready for bed and finally have a little bit of time to ourselves, maybe, just to go right to sleep and then get up the next morning and do it all again. And for those of you who are trying to create something in your life, something more, whether that be a business, whether that be writing books, or just creating an experience for yourself that you love, it's hard. It's hard because the struggle, it doesn't have to be real, but it is for so many people. And I went through this. Nobody saw the times where I stayed up until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning thinking of ideas for a business, or, beating my head against the wall thinking that I was never going to become what I wanted to become. Nobody saw the tears. Nobody saw the borderline depression. Nobody saw the picking myself up and dusting myself off and trying again. Nobody saw any of that but me. And I look back on those times, and I think, God, how did I ever make it through? How did I ever create anything that was worthwhile? And the answer is because I never gave up. I never gave up. I kept trying new things. I kept, I would try and I would fail, and I would try and I would fail, and I would try and I would fail. And then all of a sudden I would try and I succeeded. All of a sudden I'd get a win. All of a sudden something amazing would come into my life and I'd be like, fuck, finally. And then I would wait for the other shoe to drop. Like, it's almost too good to be true. I've been trying this whole time and struggling. And then I'm just like, it's too good to be true. When's the shit going to hit the fan? When am I going to lose it all? When is it going to stop? And then you have to push through that and those fears and those emotions. So I've had a lot of failures in my life, and I've had a lot of wins. Thank you, yes, and more please, to God, Source, Creator, Universe. And when I ask, how did I get here, where I am today? It was because I'm fucking hard-headed, because I just wouldn't quit. I wouldn't stop. There is something inside of me that wants to have, do, and be more, that wants to experience more out of life, that wants to be completely fulfilled. And I don't know if that's achievable or not. Because as long as we're breathing, there's something else to achieve. There's something else to experience. You're never going to feel completely 100% fulfilled unless that fulfillment comes when you take your last breath and you're like, you know what? That was a life well lived. I don't have any regrets. I feel like I did everything I wanted to do. And thank God that there are a lot of people that get to experience that, and I hope you do, and I hope I do, because I think that's the point of life, is to come to the end of it and go, man, that was one hell of a ride. I did everything I wanted to do. I experienced everything I wanted to experience. The good, the bad, the ugly, the amazing, all of it. So I don't think you'll ever be fulfilled. Not while you still have the ability to create more and experience more. So why do we push so hard to find that fulfillment? I guess because it sounds good. I guess because we think that if we feel fulfilled, then I'll be happy. But isn't happiness, like when you think about happiness, isn't the definition of that just enjoying your life? Being happy with life itself? Finding the positive and the negatives and showing gratitude for the positives? Isn't it about celebrating your wins because they're temporary and also celebrating your losses because they're temporary? Isn't life supposed to be a celebration and not one where I just got to race to this finish line so I can say that I made it? And then what? Like, I've thought about that a lot. What happens when you reach the top of the mountain of success? Then what? Are you done? That's it? Stick a fork in you? I can go and be with the creator of all things now? Is that it? I think the most important and happiest things that I've ever done for myself and others is create. I think allowing myself to be creative in the moments that I get the nudge or feel the urge to create are some of the most important times in my life and the most happiest times in my life, when I can come up with an idea or get a download from God, source creator, with an idea, an intuition, a nudge, a gut feeling, whatever you want to call it, and go, you know what? That sounds like an idea that I want to play in the energy of. Like, I want to run with that idea. I want to see where it goes. And you begin to create. And you scratch your head and you're like, I don't know, maybe, and maybe I should write that down. And here comes another idea. And pretty soon, just like an artist that looks up from his or her painting, you look up and you go, wow, did I just create that? God, what an amazing thing to be a creator. What an amazing thing to allow yourself to create. You would think that that would give you fulfillment. You'd think it would give me fulfillment to create something and sit back and kind of rest on my laurels and go, man, that thing that you just made was really nice. You did a great job creating that, whatever it is, a program, a master class, whatever the ideas come. You'd think you'd be fulfilled, but you're not. It almost acts like fuel to the fire. You almost get addicted to the creation process. At least for me, that's how I feel. I get these little drops of dopamine, which is the chemical in your brain that lights it up with inspiration and motivation, excitement. It's like an adrenaline rush. And you want to create more and create different things and come up with new ideas. But that isn't fulfillment. Those are moments of pure happiness, of pure joy. Man, the thing that kind of breaks my heart a little bit is that there isn't a human being on this planet that isn't a creator of some sort. And I see so many people that are so smart and so talented, and they just are afraid. They're afraid to create and let the world see their creation. And that comes from you battling this old version of yourself. It comes from the old stories that keep popping up, that you keep bringing back to life of, I'm not good enough. What are my parents going to say? What are my friends going to say? What are they going to think of me? They're going to think I'm crazy. They're not going to think I'm good enough. I don't want to feel the judgment. I don't want their opinion. So I'm just going to stay small. I'll create when it's safe. I can't imagine how many of you listening to this right now have created something amazing and not a person in the world knows about it but you. If that's you, I'd like you to leave me a comment. Whether that be writing poetry, writing songs, singing music, creating music, pieces of art, writing a book, creating a program, whatever it is. But I bet stuffed away somewhere, you've got these things that you've created and you've kept them hidden and nobody knows about them but you. That breaks my heart because can you imagine if some of the most amazing creators on the planet, in the history of the planet, never shared their creations with us? We wouldn't be able to enjoy pieces of art from some of the world's best painters. We wouldn't be able to enjoy poetry or read books or listen to music if those creators were afraid of what other people thought. It's not about getting out of your own way. It's about not allowing other people outside of you to get in your way. And there's a lot of people, a lot of you, that are allowing outsiders to get in your way. And you are depriving the world of your talent. You're depriving them of healing. You're depriving them of happiness. You're depriving them of being inspired. You're depriving them of being motivated. You're depriving them of happiness. I want you to take some time and I want you to ask, what can you do? What can you dream up? And what can you create? And who can you inspire? What can you dream up? What can you create? And who can you inspire? Ask yourself those 3 questions, write them down, and then answer them. See what you come up with. and then follow it. Follow it as far as you can follow it till you can't follow it anymore. Explore it, dig into it, play in the energy of it until you can't anymore. And then think of something else to dream up, something else to create, and others to inspire. And be relentless in the pursuit of your own happiness. Be hard-headed. Don't ever give up on what you can create. Don't ever give up on who you can be. Don't ever give up on what you can do. Ever. I don't care how many times you fall down. I don't care how many times you fail. Don't ever, ever, ever give up. I'm waiting for you to show up. The world is waiting for you to show up. You are waiting for you to show up. Take the step. Move your ass. Get going and do the fucking thing that lights you up, and then share it with the world. Run over those who are trying to get in your way. Run over them. Run through them. Jump over the top of them. Whatever you need to do. But don't ever let anyone tell you what you can do, what you can be, or what you can have. Ever. That is your decision. You get to decide for your life, not anybody else. So go do the thing. Make yourself proud. Make yourself happy. And you would be amazed at the ripple effect. You'll be amazed at how many people actually cheer you on and support you. You just haven't given them a chance. And I think we all deserve a chance to support you and to cheer you on and to say you can do it. Give us a chance. We're not going to let you down. Go do something great today. Go follow your heart today. And know, like you know, that life is always working out for you. And it's always this where you are or something better. All right? I love you guys. Until next time, I'll talk to you soon.